We are recapping the latest City Council meeting. A couple of things to talk about. We are going to start with LED lights.
Yes.
Something I feel like has never been talked about at all before. Just kidding. What was the discussion at City Council this week?
Well, this was a motion by Councillor Kaufman, who wanted just to sort of stop the process for a while, because we'd had a couple complaints from residents that don't really like the new LEDs. And so we had a really excellent discussion, and we in fact tabled it for 2 weeks, which gave us all a lot of time to sort of just go out and learn everything we could. We're now all experts on LED and everything lighting. And so we had the discussion, and while there are a few residents, I think our department said they'd had 30 phone calls.
Okay.
Most of, at least over half of which they've been able to address and fix the problem, and we're bringing in some new technology even to try and further address people's concerns.
Okay.
But by and large, most people really like the new lights. It was a very common theme at council, each of us giving our perspective. Unsolicited, people would come up to you and say, "I love those new lights. Those new lights are..." So it was kind of amazing.
So what happened with that then? Is that going to be talked about again, or what is happening currently with the LED lights?
I mean, that's the joy of municipal politics, is you never say never, because we will have a whole new council in October.
That's right.
They could revisit the issue.
True.
I think this council has decided that now, we've put the issue to rest. We had an excellent debate on it.
Okay.
So for us, I think it's a done deal.
Right, moving on to the next thing, discussed pathways coming this summer to improve connectivity of pathways in the city. What happened there?
We've got an amazing park system in Lethbridge. One of the things people love about it is the trailways and pathways.
Yeah.
And we have what we call wear paths that we find the places that people like to walk,
Right.
and we go and we actually put in real trails and pathways.
Right.
So we are putting in 4 new pathways. I don't have the list in front of me. You put it on the floor, and my eyesight's going. So
There's 2 in the west, 1 in the south, and in Popson as well.
So we'll have 4 new trailways, pathways with the crushed marble.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed. It's the whiter stuff, not the red shale.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll have those for people to get out and enjoy.
Nice, very nice. One last thing. There is a bid going this week from Skate Canada for a very cool event. Let's talk about that. What is the deal there?
It is pretty exciting. Skate Canada International. I believe we hosted it, I believe they said in 1990. I wasn't in the city at that point. I was living in Vancouver for a couple of years at that point. And I believe we hosted it back in 1990.
Okay.
And so we've got the opportunity to bid on it right now. And so council decided to kick in a little starter funds to make sure that they knew that the city was serious, that we want to host this. As we talked in council, we invested quite heavily in our NMAC Centre. And one of the purposes was to be able to host events like this and bring in touring shows. And we know how much folks in Canada love their Skate Canada. So I think having it here would just be an amazing event. So hopefully Skate Canada, hopefully we'll get it. Everyone keep their fingers crossed. And that we'll have in, I think it's October 29th to November 5th in 2015.
Excellent.
We'll be hosting them.
All right, like we said, fingers crossed. Hopefully that happens. Thank you so much for the details on the latest meeting. If you can't make it down to City Hall every other Monday to watch the City Council meetings, you can do that on Shaw TV starting at 1:30.